In this video, we're going to do example 1 for lesson 3.2. This is in your additional examples packet. So go ahead and find that packet. And we're going to do this first example. It says the measure of 3 of the numbered angles are 120 degrees. Identify those angles and explain your reasoning. So we have our picture over here. Something important to recognize is that we have 2 parallel lines being cut through with a transversal. I know the lines are parallel because they tell me with these 2 arrow symbols. That's important to know because since we know these lines are parallel, we have all these theorems available to us that tell us that some of the angles are congruent to each other. And so the angle that I know is this angle in this corner here, and I know that's 120 degrees. Well, one angle that I know also has to be 120 degrees is angle 4 because it is a vertical angle to this 120 degree angle. So I'm going to put that in my picture, and I'm going to say the measure of angle 4 is equal to 120 degrees. And my reasoning is by the vertical angles theorem. So to explain my reasoning, I'm going to say the vertical angles theorem tells me that vertical angles are congruent. So I've got one of my angles. I'm trying to find the other angles in this picture that are also 120 degrees. I know that this angle here, this 120 degree angle, it is a corresponding angle to angle 5. Remember, corresponding angles are matching. They're in matching positions. So both of these angles are in this top right corner here. That means this angle and angle 5 are corresponding angles. And what we know is that when lines are parallel, corresponding angles are congruent. So we know the measure of angle 5 is also 120 degrees. And that's by the corresponding angles theorem. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight all the angles that were 120. There's one more in here that's 120. Now there's different ways you can go about finding it, but I know that angle 8 must also be 120 degrees because it is an alternate exterior, right? If I look at the 120 degree angle and angle 8, they are on opposite sides of the transversal outside the parallel lines. So angle 8 must also be 120 degrees because we know when lines are parallel, the alternate exterior angles are congruent as well. So I found the 3 angles that are 120 degrees, and to justify my reasoning, I wrote what theorem I was using to show they are congruent.